What's up, everybody? Darren from College Gaming here, and with me, as always, is Toby.
Hiya.
And we're doing Road to Rome 6. We've got tons of new content to cover, so we'll try to cover the biggest stories and also some other college gaming related things to get out of the way. So, Toby, what's been going on?
So what's been going on? Good question. I'm sure a lot of you may have seen last week for about 12 hours, 13 hours. Darren and I had the YouTube exclusive for
World
the leaked. What was that?
world exclusive. Something
Well,
like
no,
that.
it wasn't world exclusive. Yeah, it was the YouTube exclusive
That's true.
for the leaked Rome 2 intro cinematic,
Yeah.
which we got by hook and by crook from some weird German site that shared it, and no one else seemed to have really picked up on it.
Yeah.
But Darren, being the absolute nerdlinger that he is, picked up on that, and he got it on our YouTube channel. We were chuffed with that. It was a world exclusive. We hadn't got it illegally or anything like that. We hadn't stolen it from anything.
Yeah, so
So
well, just before it cut across really quick, like obviously somebody ripped it from the game that had the game early. So
yes,
it's not
yeah.
like we did that. We just pulled it from someone else who did that, and I don't know how,
So
but somehow
basically, we
we
have
were
no
the
responsibility.
yeah, exactly.
That's
um,
all.
basically we were the only ones with it on YouTube. I searched everywhere, couldn't find anybody else that had it, and I couldn't believe it. And we got a lot of views very quickly.
Yeah. So then, what happened is we got a very nice message from one of the Total War community team on our YouTube channel, just saying, saying very very nicely, hey guys, oh, this is awesome. You're showing us interest, but this cinematic isn't quite ready yet. It's not really polished in where we want it to be. So if you guys wouldn't mind taking it down, that'd be awesome. So they were so polite about it. That honestly they could have made a big deal about it, about copyright or whatever, but they were so nice about it. We just didn't make an issue of it. We just took it down.
Yeah. So I'm actually working on another video at the moment, a kind of a trailer for Rome 2. It's like just a fan made one of like that I'm putting together, and there'll be clips of that video in it if you haven't seen it yet and you want to see bits maybe. So we can't release the full thing. We don't really want to if they don't want us to either. So
No, yeah.
just gonna tease the people with a few little scenes from it in this new trailer that's coming up. Hopefully next week. Should be really good. Um, so yeah, that's all on that front. Anyway, in case people were wondering why we took it down, because we had a lot of comments from our subscribers and people we don't know asking about it if it was real and things, and it was. So we just had to take it down for that
Yeah,
reason.
we didn't have the time to create a fucking 15-minute movie quality cinematic.
Yeah. So that's that. Let's move on to the actual news of the week.
Okay.
Um, so one of the first things that happened this week was we got to see this new Prologue demo. I think it was shown between like IGN, PC Gamer, and GameSpot, and Al Bickham, I think the community manager for Total War or Creative Assembly, played it three different separate, all the same battle, but played it in three different separate instances, and I think he actually lost one of those instances. So we got to see a lot of cool new things in this prologue demo. Also, it covered the campaign, the early campaign as well, which doesn't follow into the main campaign or deal with politics. It's really much a learning guide, just to get familiar with how to move around, capture a few towns, deal with armies.
Yeah, just like the Rome Total War 1 prologue, really, but a bit more polished.
Yeah, confined to Italy, and it's
Yeah.
set on in the Samnite War, so before Rome's rise to glory, obviously, just before it even had the Italian peninsula. Just has a couple towns, and you expand out from there. So it's quite a good starting bed for people who aren't used to the game.
Just,
I wonder, will it be skippable? I probably won't skip it anyway, just
I'm
because.
sure it will be skippable.
Well, in Rome
I'm,
Total War One, it wasn't. You had to do the
was
prologue.
it not skippable?
No, you had to do the prologue. I think in the very latest patch, like for Rome, after Alexander came out, they made it so that you could play it.
But then, like in Medieval 2 and everything since then, it has been skippable. So
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
and
yeah,
Shogun 2. So
it'll probably be skippable. So let us know in the comments if you want to see us play the prologue or if we should just dive right straight into a campaign. I'll be doing all the single player stuff, so me and Toby will be taking care of a co-op campaign. So that's safe. You'll be going home with that.
yeah, that's in the bank. Take that to the bank. That's
But if
done.
you when I'm doing the single player, I could do the prologue. I'll be playing it anyway, probably. So if you guys want to see that, let us know in the comments below. Moving swiftly on, the next thing we've seen, just a quick tidbit about the prologue, is we got to see different stances that armies can have. So there's,
Hmm.
forced march is one he mentioned where he says you can move faster,
But it damages your morale.
but it damages your morale. And when you're recruiting, you can't actually move your army, and if you do, the order will be cancelled, not just postponed. So effectively like you're like a moving town in a way. You have to just stay put until you get
Yeah,
your guys.
which is perfectly fair because otherwise,
Yeah.
because the way we've seen it is you just recruit directly into the army. So
Mhm.
otherwise, you can just sit dodging the enemy's army, turn after turn, and then just repeatedly be
Keep
getting your
upgrading
troops
yourself.
in.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
obviously they can as well. It would just be going on forever,
Oh,
which
and
would
you
be
you have to
ridiculous.
be in home territory as well, though. So
Yeah, you can't just recruit from anywhere. It's be in your province.
another part of that is we got to see that armies can go into a fortified position, like a defensive position, and this actually builds a little fort on the map, and all fancy little graphic with the spikes and stuff. So this means that like forts are shown. Now forts were teased that with this picture you can see on screen now of the four different seasons taking effect, and Toby got it right. We were
Yeah, I
discussing
said there are going to be forts back.
back a couple of road drones ago where we weren't sure, but the a lot of people are kind of saying like, well, it's not really the same as it was in the old game. I mean, once you move, the fort gets destroyed. The fort itself is actually really small. Like in the demo, there's no way he could even fit his whole army in there. It's kind of a last stand point in a way, defensive wall.
But the thing is, what I'm not sure about, and obviously, it's one of those things which is just so minor, we won't know until it comes out. They've showed us fort, and they showed us these fortified positions.
Mm.
They haven't explicitly said that they're the same thing.
That's
As in, you see what I mean? As in, for all we, not saying it's the case at all, but for all we know, the fortified position isn't the same as a fort. It's just slightly more entrenched. You might still be able to build, that fort that still lasts for
yeah,
another turn or whatever as well.
that's what I was thinking. Like there could be
Yeah.
still like the watchtower as well. We haven't seen anything
Yeah,
like that.
yeah,
You know,
that'd be. I did like the Watchtower. It's
now that
bloody
the map
useful
is
thing.
like as big as, bigger as big as it's ever been. Like you kind
Yeah,
of need watchtowers more than ever.
but it also wouldn't surprise me if Watchtowers were a building, because like in medieval, Watchtowers were an expansion to roads, and it's increased the site radius
Okay.
a little bit, and it improved detection of supplies and stuff. I'm not saying
Yeah,
it will,
well,
but
yeah, we don't know. Like,
there's a lot of ways they can go with
from
stuff.
looking at the generals panel, like I didn't see any kind of building options. That's the thing. It just seemed to be the stances.
Yeah,
Um, but I could have just missed it. Like they're all quite
yeah, we don't really know what
unfamiliar
the
icons at the
yeah,
moment.
exactly.
So yeah, very well you could just plop down like a little fort like in the old game and move away from it. Like that could be a thing.
And
So
I really hope you can, because I love fort battles.
yeah, I think it'd be much
Love
better
fort
if you could
battles.
actually do that because the forts were really small. Like he didn't even have like he had like a quarter of an army and he couldn't
Like
fit them in there.
fort battles were probably one of my favorite things in Rome One. I just found them such a laugh because you have your little square encampment with literally
Yeah.
just four straight roads with a few houses and stuff. That's some cool battles in there. Love them.
So yeah, that's still to be decided, I guess. From that screenshot, the screenshot is a little bit old, but since we're on the topic of forts, we got to see 4 seasons of weather. So we don't know yet if there's just going to be random weather in the game, like the very old games where it would just be you don't know what you're going to get unless you press
Yeah.
the wait button, you keep waiting,
Mhm.
or it could be like Shogun where it's 4 seasons a turn, or 1 season a turn for 4 turns a year.
Yeah.
So I think for this kind of the scope of the game, they're not going to do 1 season a turn. It's too slow.
It's not one season a turn in Shogun 2.
Yes, it is.
It's four seasons a turn.
That's in Fall of the Samurai.
No, sorry, 4 turns a season. Oh, is that only for the Samurai? Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's actually 6 turns a season in Fall of the Samurai.
Oh, okay.
But whatever.
Okay.
So like in basic Shogun 2, it's 1 season a turn. But I suppose if they want to do the whole attrition thing, you're gonna have to have a turn somewhere where it's winter.
Hmm.
Oh
Oh, yeah. There'll definitely be seasons. It's just the scale.
yeah. So it just depends. Like it could be. I think the best thing to do would be 5 turns or 5 seasons. So it's like it's skipping a year and a season every turn. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think they'll do that.
So I don't know. I don't know how else they can do it. Like.
I don't know. We'll see.
So yeah, we'll see about that. But at least we got seasons in the game. Like it looks good. It looks great. So while the prologue demo was going on, Al Bickham mentioned on I think the PC Gamer one that there's procedurally generated battle maps. Now in Shogun 2 they didn't actually have this. I don't think. I know definitely for siege battles they didn't. You'd kind of be playing the same maps over and over again. But what this means is that everywhere on the campaign map is kind of mapped to one big battlefield, like in a sense, like they didn't actually do it by hand or anything, but there's obviously an algorithm in there which takes the terrain and like builds this kind of like battle terrain for you.
Yeah.
So that's really good because he actually went as far to say like I'm fighting at this point. You can see the two mountains on the map. If I went a mile down the road, it would look like a mile down the road or whatever.
Yeah, unlike in the other ones, you had an attempt at that.
Hmm.
As in, obviously, if you're in like a desert, you had a desert map kind of thing, but nowhere near in that sort of level of detail.
Yeah.
Not even close.
So that's really impressive. I mean, if that's the way it is, that kind of means that you're fighting in a different location almost every time. So that's that's really impressive if they could actually
Yeah.
pull that off.
And obviously, it's nothing big. It doesn't affect it massively. It's just
No,
a
it's
cool
just
little
more
feature.
variety.
Yeah, exactly. More variety.
More
Stops getting
variety.
bored.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Then we got to see what is probably my favorite feature of the game that's been announced so far is the line of sight system.
Yeah, he
Now,
hasn't shut up about this.
well, it's because it's brilliant. It's brilliant. There's no two ways about it. I mean, it completely changes how battles should be thought about now because basically, line of sight system basically works by saying if your troops cannot see the enemy, you can't see the enemy, and they kind of fade in and out as your troops like get to see them come into a line of sight or
Hmm.
not. Now, this is obviously affected by the weather. It's affected by if your troops are running or if they're just walking or if they're still, or if they're in foliage, things like that. But it went as far to say like this on this map particular battle, it was raining heavily, it was real foggy, and he got it within about I'd say about 60 or 70 feet before he could even see the guys in front of him.
Yeah.
They just faded in real quick, and they were running at him. So
Yeah.
I don't know what that. If anything, it should maybe be nerfed down a little bit because that was kind of insane. But it's
Yeah,
I
but
still
that would have just been because of that ridiculous weather, though, wouldn't it?
yeah, I think so. Yeah, so that was really cool. I mean, just as he was running up this hill, they just kind of faded in. He was like, "Oh shit, they're way closer than I expected." Pulled back. So that I just think that's really cool because it's it's I don't know, it's just more
It
realistic.
just adds another dynamic element.
Yeah,
You can't, because obviously before you had the restrict camera, which I'm sure they'll probably still have, as an option.
yeah,
But you could still see them coming and have a rough idea, what more or less what was coming at you.
Mm.
But with this, obviously, that's
well, it makes the whole like kind of standing in forests more important because if
well, just
in the
yeah,
old game, like if you were standing in a forest, you'd have to stand still before you could spring your attack. Now you can kind of actually move up the tree line and have a
it
chance of not
just
being
adds
seen.
this cool, much deeper element of strategy than there was before.
And to identify if your guys are being hidden or not, there is a new like little icon above them, just in case you're looking at that footage now and wondering what it is. So yeah, that's the line of sight system. I'm really happy that's in the game. It's definitely going to be in multiplayer. And people were worried there's going to be camping and things, like people just sit in the shade or whatever. But I think there's going to be capture points, so that'll be fine for multiplayer anyway.
Yeah, so another thing we saw today, obviously they, I think it actually just came out today, this morning, is they've released their latest, little let's play, which was the Macedon versus Rome battle, which obviously, Creative Assembly were playing on the wrong side of that battle. They were playing Macedon. I don't know what they were doing.
There's no wrong or right side.
Absolutely treasonous fighting against Rome. But it was one of the first, completely unscripted, not historical battles, just a group of units versus a group of units in like a custom battle scenario that we've seen, which was very cool. And we really got to see some of the in-depth, units colliding and stuff. They tried to keep a little bit back. I think they're probably still polishing off, last touches on the animations. So they didn't zoom in, quite as much as Darren and I would have liked. But it really showed off some of the cool things like that line of sight, like the horses and stuff are in the trees, and it was kind of hidden, but it was also line of sighty. Also, the hiding seemed to have worked a lot better than it did in previous games.
Yeah.
It seemed to be a lot more effective. Because like before, when you are obviously you could only hide when you were standing still as well. Most units apart from a couple, like ninjas and stuff. So but this time obviously the horses were walking through the forest. He still couldn't see them, blah 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 blah, until he got very close and stuff.
Yeah.
Do you have anything to add about that battle?
I did. I just forgot it just there as you're saying.
But I have to say the units did look fantastic.
Yeah, I mean,
I know. Obviously,
oh yeah,
I know we've seen troops
remember
before, but not in a while.
Yeah,
They did look bloody
well, like
brilliant.
you said, like it's the first time we've seen just like a pure battle that seems like any other battle you could just play. And one of the coolest things I just noticed was that just the amount of like noise that's going on. You can really hear like the clashing of shields, and then all these horns being blaring like as they start losing the battle. Like he loses the battle obviously because he's trying to show off how good the AI is. Like he had loads of chances to like flank the enemy, but he never did. He just kind of pulled back to show what the enemy were doing more, and that's fine. Like he wanted to show it off, and that makes sense, and people wanted to see it. But I just loved it. As he was swooping his camera around, you could just hear all these people going like, oh, we're losing, and then like you hear all the horns blaring and things like that. Really, really cool. I cannot wait to just get it myself and really put the camera down in there because nobody's really done that yet. And it's really frustrating not to see like just straight up animations for a full minute, like
Activating Strategons! Countast! Fire on the enemy!
And
Yeah,
they always
I
move
know.
away, and I don't know why. But
Well, it's just teasers. They don't want to
Yeah.
bore us, I guess. But you know. Who knows.
well, there's nothing boring about that, Toby.
No, I agree. But
Because there's, I'll put these clips up now. You should be able to see. There is a clip in the prologue demo where this guy jabs a sword in the stomach of another one. Another guy lifts it up, keeps lifting it up, and then pulls it out. You know, oh, it was sick. It was amazing. And then in the demo we're just talking about now, the Macedon one, as he's waiting for the enemy to throw their javelins, like as they fly over and they hit into his guys, some people take it in like the shoulder and they spin because of the the weight of it. Oh, it's looking fantastic. I just cannot wait.
Yeah.
Cannot wait, and I'm super excited at this point. God, man, what is it, like
25
days to go? It's getting crazy.
Man. I know, it's getting so close now. We've been waiting for it for so long and we're so close.
So that's pretty much it for this Road to Rome. A new trailer did come out. We'll just mention, I'll put a link to it there. It's called Find a Way. It deals with Hannibal Barca and the Senate and how they're trying to figure out which way he's going to come from. It's really cool. It just flies around the campaign map a lot and just makes everything look really cool. Speaking, have you seen that trailer?
Yes, I have. Yeah.
What do you think?
Awesome.
Do you like the way Hannibal is portrayed? Some people didn't like that he has like long hair and stuff.
No, I like that because that's exactly what it would have been like.
Yeah, I think it looks really
The
cool.
Carthaginians, they were fairly civilized, but
Yeah.
Rome's still.
I thought it was great. I love all this talk, oh, I suppose he'll cross the Alps, and then they're all laughing at him, and then you just see him crossing the Alps.
I know.
It's pretty badass.
Yeah, it was so cool. I guess he's gonna cross the Alps, and I bet he'll have elephants with him.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Well, they pretty much all died, but
Yeah.
he did it anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Still brought something.
that looks great. Just another thing about college gaming. So I've ordered my new PC. It's on the way, and my God, is it powerful! It's gonna be belting out Rome 2 in 1080p for a day
By the
of
way,
release.
Darren, just remember when you're saying this, you're talking to people that
Well,
like
yeah.
TotalWar games, so probably have pretty good computers.
I know it's not like unbelievable for me.
But
I should be able to run the
it's-
game on high at 1080p and record. I should be able to do that.
It's a good computer. It's a good computer.
That's a very good computer. But anyway, so yeah, we'll basically have we'll have footage for you. Like, should have it on day of release, and we'll start our campaign. If you don't know, me and Toby are doing we're going to be doing a co-op campaign. He'll be playing Sparta. I'll be playing Athens, and
Yeah,
That's gonna be good.
we both wanted to be Rome, but we thought it would just one of us will just be pissed off and bitter if the other one's playing Rome.
yeah,
So we'll take Roman style to Greece. Just fuck shit up.
yeah, we'll take down Rome.
Yeah.
That'd be the
Yeah.
first guys we target.
If we can't play them, we'll kill them out of love.
Exactly, he killed him out of love. Yeah.
No one else can beat them. We can't let them be controlled in the wrong hands.
No.
It's like putting down a puppy. It's sick.
I was thinking about that. I didn't want to say it.
It's like it's just you love them so much, but it's just that their life will be better this way.
Okay, no life at all. Well, on that bombshell, it's time.
Bombshell. What's this talk here?
Yeah. So thanks for watching, everybody. Tell your friends. We need to get more subscribers. We're building an army here ourselves to start
Don't
playing
call
all
it
these
an army.
videos. Legion, whatever.
Yeah, Legion. There you go.
Once we get to 4,000 subscribers, we'll just give up because we got our Legion. We'll take it.
We've got a Legion. It's done. Then we can get some auxiliaries.
True enough. Okay, thanks for
get a
watching,
load of
everybody. I'll see you next time.
See you later.